We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Hey, Lion! Here we go.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
All right, let's go.
2nd and 9. Now Lawrence to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Henry here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of...
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Marquise Brown, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Mooney. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On first down, Fields. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. Eckler, they run left side. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. It's Eckler again, dancing away at the 35. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get it is the idea.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
The one things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one goes for 8 yards. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
2nd down and 4.
11.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Red on red.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. They'll take this to the 46. The Cardinals at 11-3 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football up a triple option, you've actually called that play.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. McCaffrey running up the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Lawrence now going to move him around.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Lutz is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned teams down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields now to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Play action. It's Lawrence. This is caught. It's Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. McCaffrey. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 10. Fields again. And this will be caught by Mooney. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Running on first down, Eckler. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Fields. And he will find his man on the outside. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
22 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
Open man here is Scott, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cardinals' 35-yard line.
Here we go, son.
Here's Fields. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go.
He'll get this to Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down about the 2-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bears are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 17. Bears 7.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over.
At their own 45-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 5. Now it's Fields. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Oh, he's brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Now inside the 25. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10. Now a give running left is Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And the slot man goes in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, Fields. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Fields. That'll be caught. It's Scott. Tyler Scott, 28 yards. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Lawrence will throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that. Oh, right on the heels of the pick six. Another ball intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starter's telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
A give, Eckler running to the right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Back to throw, Fields. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Eckler is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Play action. It's Fields. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it.
Ready up.
2nd down and 8. Now Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Racing to the end zone. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Hey, run!
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Lawrence will try again after the pick six. A short one here, caught by McBride. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On second down, Lawrence. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Hey, Lion!
Here's second and 10.
Gun. Hey, Jupiter!
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Lisa 24.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Here goes the hunt. Silver.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Moore, the motion man right. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right?
23.
But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Kill.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Fields. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Red on red.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gets this to Moore. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Past the 20. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Wants to try to add the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. Here's 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. This will be caught downfield by Moore. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 1 minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now Fields. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. This is 1st and 10.
Right open.
Throwing now, Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He's back to throw. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And this is picked up by the Bears. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. And that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Bears, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to